Chicago, one cold, dark night, a blizzard was setting in. A young boy was selling newspapers on the corner, watching as people went in and out of the cold. He walked up to a policeman and said, "Mister, would you happen to know where a boy could find a warm place to sleep tonight? You see, I sleep in a box down the alley, and it gets awful cold in there. Sure would be nice to have a warm place to stay." The policeman looked down at the boy and said, You go down the street to that big old white house and knock on the door. When they come to the door, you just say, John 3:16, and they'll let you in." He walked up the steps and knocked on the door, and a lady answered. He looked up at her and said, John 3:16. The lady said, "Come on in, son." She took him in and sat him down in a rocking chair in front of a great big fireplace as she went off. The boy sat there for a while and thought to himself, John 3:16. I don't understand it, but it sure makes a cold boy warm. Later she came back and asked him, "Are you hungry?" He said, "Well, just a little. I haven't eaten in a couple of days. And I guess I could stand a little bit of food." The lady took him in the kitchen and sat him down to a table full of wonderful food. He ate and ate until he couldn't eat anymore. Then he thought to himself, John 3:16. I don't understand it, but it sure makes a hungry boy full. Soon the kind lady led him upstairs to a bathtub filled with warm water. And as he sat there and soaked for a while, he thought to himself, John 3:16. I don't understand it, but it sure makes a dirty boy clean. After his bath, the lady took him to a cozy room, tucked him into a big old feather bed, pulled warm covers up around his neck, kissed him goodnight, and turned out the light. As he lay there in that warm bed, he looked out the window at the cold and snowy night and thought to himself, John 3:16. I don't understand it, but it gave a tired boy a warm place to sleep. The next morning, the lady sat the boy down once again to a table full of lots of good food. After he ate, she took him back to the rocking chair in front of the fireplace, picked up an old King James Bible. As she sat down in the chair beside him, she asked, Do you understand about John 3:16? He said, No, ma'am, I don't. The first time I ever heard it was last night, right when the policeman told me to use it. She opened her Bible and read John 3:16 to him and told him what the Lord Jesus Christ had done for him. Then, right there, in front of that big old fireplace, he bowed his head and asked the Lord to save him. John 3:16. I don't understand it, but it sure makes a lost boy saved.